some bad news. Some of the worst news a reader can hear, actually. I am behind on my Goodreads goal. I have had a very slumpy reading year, and I have been behind on my Goodreads goal ever since I can remember this year. Like, I think the entirety of this year, I've been behind on my Goodreads goal, which sucks. And today, being December 16th, I only have 15 more days to complete my Goodreads reading goal of 100 books. Right now, I am 95 books in to my reading goal. At the pace I'm reading, I'm not gonna make it. I'm a person who likes to be ahead of their goals. If I set a goal, it needs to get done before I actually said it was gonna be done. Which means, in my mind, in my little reader brain, I'm behind. I don't want to go through Christmas stressed about how much I need to read. So today we're doing a 24-hour readathon, attempting to catch up on my Goodreads reading goal. I'm going to start the readathon later tonight at like 9. I'm going to try and stay up through most of the night. And tomorrow's supposed to be a very rainy day where we do nothing and see if I can get some books done and see if I can get ahead of my reading goal. As for my TBR, the first book on my TBR is Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. I actually started this last night and I got to page 130. Here's a little side tangent. I'm a bath reader. I love reading in the bath. I was reading in the bath last night, as one does, and I dropped this book in the bath. You might be saying, Regan, it doesn't look like you dropped this book in the bath. And that's because I figured out a good way to do book surgery and repair it. So normally when I drop a book in the water, which doesn't happen too often, but it's happened to me like once or twice, I just use a hairdryer so that it's not wet for too long, the pages don't deteriorate, kind of thing. My little brain last night was like, you know what I see people doing on TikTok? I see people using a hair straightener to straighten their money to make it nice and flat. Can you stop? It's really rude. So I was like, I wonder if I could do that to book pages. And I did. You couldn't even tell that I dunked this in the water. I'm a genius. People are probably going to see this video and be like, wow, we already knew that. But I didn't know it. And I'm glad I figured it out. Anyways, I'm trying to finish Life's Too Short, preferably tonight before it gets too late. It's a really fast-paced read. I actually have You Deserve Each Other in a physical book, but I also have it on my Kindle, and I want to have a Kindle option. I've actually started it only a chapter in. I'm thinking about picking up The Love Wager by Lynn Painter just because her reads go really quickly and they tend to not feel so long and they are pretty short. I am also thinking about picking up Holiday Romance or Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. I have both of these on my Kindle and I've heard such good things about them as holiday romances. But other than that, I don't have really any set plans. I'll get back to you throughout the readathon. Also, I forgot to say my whole entire intro. Hi, my name is Reagan and welcome to my channel. I normally do book content and today's another book video. It's in fact day 7. This is part of my BOOKMAS. I'm doing BOOKMAS for 12 days starting on the 13th of December. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. So let's get on to the readathon. It is currently 7:43 p.m. and I'm going to start the readathon. I have a timer set here on my computer and I'm going to set a timer on my Alexa so that it'll go off when the 24 hours is over. Here we go. Echo, set a timer for 24 hours.
24 hours, starting now.
Okay, so we started it. Let's do it. I think I'm going to read in the bath. I'm gonna take it in the bath again and see how much I can get read. Okay, so I wanted to give a little bit of an update. Clearly, I'm out of the bath. Page-wise, I made the page 202 and Life's Too Short.
You have 21 hours and 42 minutes left on your 24-hour timer.
Let's keep reading. We're officially snuggled in and we're gonna get to more of Life's Too Short. It's really good. It's 10:15 p.m. So we've got some time. The chance that I sleep tonight is pretty high, not gonna lie. When it gets really late, my plan is to switch over to my Kindle and turn off the lights, which is in fact dangerous. I have to get all the way up and go over there to turn off my lights. When I do that, we already know it's time to resign. I'm about to lay here and read my book and have a peaceful, grand old time. Currently 12 a.m. in the morning. I have reached page 300, so I have 50 more pages left in this book, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to finish it. This is probably one of my favorite Abby Jimenez books I've read so far. This is a great pick for the first book in the readathon. It's 12:52 in the morning. I just finished Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. So that's exciting. I'm gonna sit with my reading before I like officially read it on Goodreads. I'm thinking a 4.5. I'd say this might be one of my favorite Abby Jimenez books I've read yet. It was very sad. I don't want to spoil it, so if you don't want to be spoiled for this book, skip ahead 30 seconds. It'll be over by then. I was really worried that there wasn't going to be a happy ending, but I'm glad there was. This one tricked me for a second. She did have me going. I didn't think we were going to get a happy ending, but I'm glad we did. I'm done with my first book of the readathon. I'm unsure what I want to read next. I'm leaning towards the book on my Kindle, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom and put on socks and Aquaphor and get all cozy again, and we'll pick back up on reading. I've got my bed is so squeaky. I'm so sorry. I'm back. I've got my socks. I've got my Aquaphor. I've got my next book. I think I'm going to be starting You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hochul. I've heard a lot of good things about this book from Destiny Sidwell. She's said a lot of good things about this book. I have it on my Kindle, so I'm going to start reading it on my Kindle. We'll see how I like it. If I get bored of this, I might try and change to a new book so that I don't fall asleep. It's going to be really, really rainy and gross, and me and my mom have already decided we're not going anywhere tomorrow. My plan is just to read and film. Just do some reading. Good morning. I woke up just a little bit ago. I wanted to give you an update. I've been reading this morning. We have 9 hours and 45 minutes left. So I've been reading for about an hour this morning. I've gotten to page 105 of You Deserve Each Other. I've been reading it on my Kindle. I've got a few things to do this morning, so I think I'm going to be listening to an audiobook. I'm not sure what audiobook yet. I think I have the audiobook for The Silent Patient, maybe one of Frida McFadden's books. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm going to get up, go eat some breakfast, listen to my audiobook, do my chores, listen to my audiobook, and try and make more progress on You Deserve Each Other. My thoughts so far on this book, I'm not a huge fan, if I'm being honest. We're 100 pages in, and I don't like either of the characters, and I don't think the characters are unlikable way. I think the author is writing them trying to be quirky, and we're on their side. We're trying to see who's gonna break up with each other first, but I really just don't like either of them. They're both getting on my nerves. I don't see how they're gonna turn this around, that they even should turn this around. I think 100 pages in, I'm unsure. I'm gonna keep reading and I'll keep you updated, but I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. I'm 25% of the way through The Silent Patient. I definitely think I can finish it today. I haven't got any more of the way through of You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hochul. In these readathons, when I woke up and I heard I only had 9 hours left, I was baffled. But now, like I said this morning, I had 9 hours left, and now I'm at 8. It's only been an hour. I have to film something really quick this morning for BOOKMAS, so that's something I have to get done. There's like, okay, this is TMI, but my plants, I have plants in my room. They used to be over there. I discovered that my soil is too moist, and I've been getting like little gnats. And so I had to take all my plants out of my room, and now there's just stray gnats flying around, which is really gross. And I don't like it because I'm just constantly like trying to kill them, but eventually they'll be gone. So I have to repot my plants, which I'm very sad about, but it'll be okay. Sorry, bless me. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading, I'm gonna film, I'm gonna get my stuff done, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna sneeze again. Holy. Okay, I'm gonna go and keep reading. It is now 1:10 in the afternoon. It is so nasty outside. Like, it's supposed to rain for like 24 hours. We're supposed to get like 4 inches of rain. I'm going to get myself lunch. I'm listening to my audiobook on the way. I think I'm now 50% of the way through The Silent Patient. It's really good. I'm enjoying it so far. I understand the TikTok hype. So I'm gonna keep listening. I'll give you an update. It's literally so disgusting and gross outside. Not disgusting and gross. I actually really like the rain and I'm having a good day, but like actually walking out to my car in the rain is disgusting and gross. This is a perfect day for a readathon. I love a rainy, cozy day. I have 3 hours left in the readathon. Just finished The Silent Patient and I don't know when I'm gonna rate it yet, but I really liked it. I guessed it, but then I was like, there's no way I'm right. And then when it happened, I was a little bit shocked because of the fact that I was right, but not because of the plot twist. I thought it was very interesting. I really liked the unreliable narrator, which I feel I'll encounter a lot in mystery thrillers. You could tell from the beginning that both of your narrators were unreliable, but you didn't know in what ways and how it all connected. It was just very interesting. I had a really good time reading it. That's book number 2 done in this readathon. I'm going to keep reading You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. Oh my goodness. Just sitting here waiting for the timer to go off. Just give it a second. There it is. That right there was the end of my 24-hour readathon. Let's do a little update, shall we? So I actually did make more progress on You Deserve Each Other. I got to page 122. I am going to keep reading this tonight. I'm still not sure about how I'm feeling about it. Gotta shake out my curls. All right, it is the next morning and I'm here to do my recap of the 24-hour readathon. The first book I finished in this readathon was Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I believe I rated it at 4.5 stars. I love Abby Jimenez and I loved this book. It was so cute, so fun. Abby Jimenez's books are a great thing to read during a readathon because they just go by so quickly. It's insane. The next book I finished was The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, I think. This was one of my first mystery thriller reads. It's a popular TikTok book and I can see why. I rated it 3.5 or 4 stars. I did guess the ending, so that did affect my rating slightly, but I really enjoyed reading the unlikable characters and the unreliable narrator. This book was so fast paced. I did listen to it on audio, but I have ordered a copy, so it's coming in soon. I really enjoyed it. If you have any other recommendations like this, I think where thriller books get me is when they become really gory or when the thing that's happening in the book can happen to me. I feel like it's when I get a little spooked. But that book it had me on the edge of my seat, but I wasn't like scared. I wasn't having trouble like sleeping or walking around my house getting scared and like looking behind me because I was listening to it on audio. Then I got to page, what did I get? 120. I actually did finish it last night after the readathon ended, so I can't believe I wasn't tired of reading yet, but apparently I wasn't. I did read this on my Kindle. It's really nice to have a book on Kindle and on audio for these readathons because realistically during the day you are doing things. Even if you have like a lazy day, there's stuff you have to do. Like I was doing laundry, I wrapped a few Christmas presents up there. It was really nice to have something on audio and it was really nice to have something on Kindle when it got darker and I could just read in the dark with my Kindle. I have to sit with my rating a little bit for this because I am not sure when I'm going to be rating it. I'm a little conflicted because in the beginning, the first 150 pages, I really didn't like this book. I considered DNFing it. But then when I got to page 200 and the romance started to pick up, I started to enjoy it. I was giggling, I was smiling, I really liked the guy. There was really strong character development and that's good because I didn't see any redeemable qualities in the characters until page 150. And it's a rom-com. So as much as I like having a dislikable character, in a rom-com, you have to like the people. You have to be rooting for their relationship. And I wasn't rooting for them until like 200 pages in, which I think was a little bit too long. I'm getting like a little blindsided because last night is when I read 150 pages of their romance. So last night I was feeling, oh my gosh, is this gonna be a 4-star? In the end, when I'm looking back at it, half of this book I wanted to DNF, so I can't give it that high of a rating, but I'm a little bit conflicted because I thought it was very cute, but I don't want to recommend it because if it takes that long to get into it, is it really that good of a book? Like, I don't know. I'm conflicted. I think in between 3 and a 4-star. I would recommend it. Destiny Sidwell really enjoyed this book and I see why. First 150 pages is just like painful. What would would have really allowed me to enjoy the first 150 pages was a dual POV. The girl was just complaining about how much she hated him, and he was saying all these like mean things about her that like if someone said that to me, I would probably cry. If I was in his head where we could have seen his redeemable qualities and his thought process, I think that would have probably been beneficial to my enjoyment of this book. These are all the books I read in my 24-hour readathon. Thank you so much for tuning in to BOOKMAS Day 7, I think it is. Wow, 7 days. We're over halfway through. I am way closer to my reading goal now. I think I'm at like 99 books, which is what I wanted because the goal was to get ahead and get some books read for my reading goal, and it really worked. I only have one more book to read in the year to hit my reading goal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can tune in to BOOKMAS Day 8. Go and watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go check out all my socials. They're always linked down in the description. I just started a Bookstagram. I have my Goodreads link down there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.